Hi, afternoon, VC. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Arville, how are you doing, Arville? It's been a while. How are you doing? Recovering from sleep? Okay, that's a long sleep. But good to have you here. And I know that you are in the cold season now, so you have to, well, make preparation for that. Yeah, but good to have you. You have any plans for the holiday? You are most welcome. Most welcome. I usually come live. Well, I started coming live at this time within 12 to 12:30 in the week and in the evening at 5 p.m. And you know the usual Saturday night live. But yeah, good to have you, man. Good to have you. And good that you get as much rest so you can work for the entire holiday, right? Okay, great. So you're about to take a walk now to do your vlog. Okay, and that is it. You have to be thankful. In all circumstances, it is important for us to give thanks, yeah? Yeah, great. Just keep going. Keep going, my dear. We have it galore here, you know. Come. We have everything galore here. Everything that you need, it is here. What would I say? Wagga wagga. We have it wagga wagga here. You must have heard about the storm, the hurricane Melissa, that affected about 5 of our parishes. So you can get all that you need in the other parishes, including Portland. Okay, so come Portland, Kingston, St. Mary, where else, and some Portland, St. Thomas are available. I'm packing to leave USA. I want to live up in the mountains of Jamaica. I heard about it. You heard about Melissa. You want to live in the mountains, yeah? Well, plan for it, and plan for it. Just put it in place and work towards it. It is very possible. You watch it too. Wow. Well, because a lot of persons share their experience of it online. I did my video about it as well. So everywhere receive different impact of it or from it, yeah. But it still is a beautiful place to come. The hotels are back on board, and as I mentioned, we have different parts that you can visit: Kingston and St. Andrew, Portland, St. Thomas, St. Mary. Those parishes you can visit and enjoy. Yeah, well, I didn't talk about it in depth like that. I don't even like to talk about it, yeah. But when we talk about it, I don't even remember our experience in going back to the West, because we are from the West and a lot of our families are there, still there. So we went back to assist, and we're just showing. I don't even remember what it was about, but basically just showing some of what happened in the West. Yeah, it's devastating. Even to date, I heard that some parts of Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth persons are still, in that situation. It's painful. It's so painful, and it's worse. It's like when you see it on the videos. It is so different when you go there in person. Yes, I am. Yeah, they are, and the funny thing about it too, even in Kingston, where I am at, a tree rooted in the back, yeah. And I realized that my aloe vera, it is of the same color. It died, and my aloe vera was growing so well, and lush. But I'm just thinking, what is it? There must be something in the storm, because the stuff are just brown and they're dying. So I don't know what it came with. It brown. Even when I look on, like, what happened in the West after the storm, the trees are brown and bare. You have family from Montego Bay? Are they okay? For a while, yes. You moved to live to Greater Concrete Jungle. You know, see? Mine is not as bad as yours now, Arville. Come on. Think about it. Okay, that's great. And I know that some parts of Montego Bay receive electricity and, water, and persons are going back to work. While you have some parts, like in rural area, up in St. James, you have Roehampton and, them place the anchovy, those areas. Some were impossible. I'm not sure if it is, you know, if it is possible now, but yeah. And I know that a lot of persons, they had to do the clearing of the road and to help each other in their community. That's why you plan to run away. Okay. Yeah, man, it is very possible. Just put a plan in place. Hi, nature girl. Welcome in. How are you doing? Okay, good to hear you're getting some workout in. Is that something you want to do to Orville? Well, you say that maybe she take a little break now. Come on. Maybe she take a little break. Why you say that? As she's talking? Yes, this was as my stress-free. Oh, it's a part of your stress-free zone. Okay. Okay. That's great. I do not like the gym. I like to climb. Oh, that makes it two of us, Arville. I enjoy walking. I enjoy going to the mountains. That's something that I do a lot. Haven't been there in quite a while now, but my release come from just meditating, just inhaling the fresh air, and just in nature at its best. So and walking and talking, meaning meditating as well, is something that I appreciate a lot. So yeah, I'll do that. Go out. Yeah, go out in nature and you will release. Yes, I do that. I do that. That's something I appreciate more. But as Nature Girl said, that I feel to each his own. Everyone has their preference. So I mean, you choose to do that. Someone else choose to do something else. We don't aim or put our way of life on others. Everyone has their opinion to choose how they want to live. Yeah, I choose to do my walking. You choose to do something else. That's fine. Right. Well, it's good that you get that out there, because sometimes the way how things are said, it may be read differently. So I'm just putting it that everyone do their thing different. Yeah. But yeah, and the hill that I go, what a beautiful thing it is. The creativity of the persons who are in that community. They create a little session. Don't let me preach. They create a little vibe. Put it that way. So when you finish one now, you get your fruits, you get your coconut, you get your water, and them have the reggae music playing and stuff. So it's just a good little vibe. When you don't walk, you feel good. I hear you, but don't let me pray. I want all of that. Yeah, man. Yeah, it is here. It is here. And you know the funny thing about life is, Arvel, sometimes when you're in a particular situation or you're at a particular place, we tend to look outside of what we have and mesmerize and, conceptualize and visualize all the lies is to experience what another world would be like. And you in your own space, not understanding that what you have is a prize. It is worthwhile because you're in Jamaica, you say Jamaica tough, Jamaica this, that, blah, blah, blah. But when you go to another country, really, really appreciate what you had here. So, I just looking at it in that spectrum that sometimes in life we're in a particular situation, but just enjoy to the fullest, yeah, because there's going to be a time to come where you're going to want the thing and it's going to be so hard to get it back. And not just with just situation, it could be friendship, relationship, it could be other things, your job, whatever. But it is important for us to appreciate the moment that we are going through. Yes, I'm packing a few socks and shoes. Okay. Ah. Okay. Well, give God thanks that you're able to visit. You have that opportunity. Some persons are not able to visit. They say the heart is willing but the flesh is weak. So you go, or the yes, yes. So yeah, and some person said the heart is willing but the pocket is weak. Yeah. So you may want to, but some persons really can't afford to do it. Yeah. So with thanks you're able to, and I don't care to eat bun, and don't call me, don't eat. And we out here we complain about every minute them I eat. No one, no, with everything that happened, they are complaining more about eating the tin food. And some people just want to be in the atmosphere to enjoy it. Yeah, look at that. We shouldn't look at the the pocket, but the heart. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes, boy, me hear people complain about the economic bad, because some persons overseas, they really would want to come back to Jamaica, that's just the honest truth, Arville, but they're not able to because them pocket weak. They have to be paying bills behind bills behind bills behind bills behind bills. So it is very hard for them to put in place to come to Jamaica. When you come to Jamaica, you can't come as no papa. You have to come solid. Because when you come persons really looking, you can't come and, a certain way. Welcome on. All the persons who are coming in, please double tap the screen to like the live and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Welcome in. You're watching from Jamaica, Everton. Thank you. And that's how you will know your what you call it, loyal family members. So come and not have nothing and see who will take care of you. Come out and say, you know, say, me just a pass through, me no really have no funds, you know, whatever. And see who really are going to take you in. That's how you will know who is really there for you. But when you do it, let me know how it turn out here. Okay, VC. Yeah, I had my lunch already. But I'm just, riding and whistling. I soon get off of here to Reggae Jaminsburg. What here? And cornbread. Okay, me and the cornbread business are not friend, but yeah, me never eat that yet. I saw me see somebody eating spice bun, the round bun and patty. And then I say, bad. And me I say, oh my gosh, you can come up with something. I'm gonna try that though, the spice bun. Of course, definitely, Arville, without a doubt. Of course, but say Jesus is not like man. And just like how they crucified Jesus who take care of all of us. Can you imagine what they will do with the little you? When you not even have a toops of what Jesus have. And you're coming empty. So, me just say, like how you're speaking, sometimes the things that when we speak, when we do it, it is not as simple. Yeah? Welcome in TNC. Double tap to like the live and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Yeah? Double tap. I've been there before and it was tough. But I pulled through. I dig yam ale and pick sour June plum. Okay. You make juice with the plum them? What you mean? You did that before you went overseas? That's what I used to do the farming and stuff? Or since you've been to America, you came back and you did that? That's what you're saying? Oh, wow, interesting. So you do it already, so that means I can do it again. Wow. What year was that though, Arville? I hope you still keep in touch with that sister who helped you. It is indeed very hard to survive or try to survive anywhere without support. 2013, wow, can you imagine doing that today, 2025? That's a long time ago. More than 10 years ago that. You still keep in touch with our good. Yeah, man. But it would be even harder now in 2025 to do that. What do you mean? Everybody, what the lady, what you mean? The same lady? You say sister, that's your blood sister? Okay. Well, you have to accept change for what it is. Some people change for good, some people change for the worst. You just have to accept it. Okay. Well, that's life. Persons are not always the same in all seasons of their lives. So you just accept and move on. That's all you can do. Accept and move on. Good afternoon, welcome in. Not really, I put that quote there for persons who are coming in to see and reflect on. No, I wasn't. I am not a financial advisor or guru. I can only speak on what I know. From I learn from others and things that I would have done. And as it stated there, when you understand your goal and see how much brighter your future could be, encourage you will be encouraged to move into action and take the next step towards financial freedom. So as I was saying to you, Harvey, whatever you can conceptualize, you can plan for it. So we visualize in our desire financial freedom. It doesn't just come overnight. You have to plan for it. So if it is that you know you owe $10,000 on your car loan or your mortgage or whatever, you have to put in place a plan and be consistent and persistent in working towards clearing those debts, and then you will feel the reward, you know, of financial freedom. But as it relates to, you know, in depth, I am not privy to share much information, but you can share with me how is it sell goat and pigs and chicken. I'll pay it chickens, it will pay off. Yeah, put a plan in place. Whatever the plan is, you have to think about it and work towards it. Yeah, God gave us our senses, and He gave us knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We just have to apply it. Yeah. And as simple as they say, pigs and goats are enough money, If you think about it, put it on paper, because we talk about a lot of things without writing. But if you put it on paper and to just calculate how the profit will be, you'll be surprised. It's not a bad idea to support to buy a chicken. Yeah. You know, I really don't. I'm not so sure. I think it more than that because it more than that. Because I remember one time, but then, long time, me buy one goat for $10,000. One she goat. That's many years ago. So I don't think it is at that price now. And I should state too, it depends on the size. So if it's a kid, it may be or a little more. But if you know, the bigger the goat, the more expensive it will be. Exactly. Yeah. Um. Mm, and that was when, and a $30,000. So you can get $15,000 from. I don't know of that. But yeah, I believe in that. That price look better. That price look more like it, Arville. And most people buy them when them smaller, right? As you mentioned there. But yeah, definitely. And you know when you raise that up until get the meat from it. You get the meat, they eat tripe. They eat all different parts of the goat. The goat, the cow. Yeah. 30,000 means two goat in, I don't know. Maybe a long time that. But guys, I am going to take my leave. We will catch up again tomorrow, God's willing, at this time between 12:30. You can catch up, and I will be back in the evening or at 5 o'clock. So we can continue the conversation. It was good to see you, though. Good to see you, and I hope that you have a blessed day ahead. Yeah, man, I come on Saturday too because I'm just working towards my hours. So I started doing it in the week, Monday to Friday within this time on my lunchtime. And in the evening, I usually just stay back a little to get some time in. And then Saturday night, which is my usual weekly live, I still go on at 8 o'clock. So yeah, you can catch me there as well. But it was good to see you. You have a blessed and a productive day now. And you stay warm. Hope to see the other sister. She's been trapped. Yeah, man, vibing with BC. She was on here, and yeah, she was on here. She published a video this morning, so you can check that one out. Traveling. Yeah. Alright, so you take good care now. And I will see you whenever you are available again. Alright, bye.